In wave optics, next topic is coherent and incoherent addition of waves, in which first we will discuss the superposition principle of waves. At a particular point in the medium, the resultant displacement produced by a number of waves is the vector sum of the displacement produced by each of the waves. Suppose we have two waves from the source S1 and S2. And these waves are represented as y1 equal to a1 cos omega t, and another is y2 equal to a2 cos omega 2 plus phi. Here a1 and a2 are the respectively amplitude of these waves, while the omega t is the phase of first wave, while the phase of second wave is omega t plus phi. So as per superposition principle of waves, net displacement at a point will be the sum of displacement by individual waves. So it will be a1 cos omega t plus a2 cos omega t plus phi. We can simplify it. It is a1 cos omega t plus expanding cos omega t plus phi, it will be cos omega t cos phi minus sin omega t sin phi. So it will be equal to a1 cos omega t plus a2 cos omega t cos phi minus a2 sin omega t sin phi. From these two terms, cos omega t is common, so it will be a1 plus a2 cos phi into cos omega t and a2 sin phi sin omega t. Now we suppose this is a cos theta and this term is a sin theta. That means a cos theta is a1 plus a2 cos phi and a sin theta is a2 sin phi. So we can write it as a cos theta cos omega t minus a sin theta sin omega t. So it can be written as now by taking a common, it is a cos omega t plus theta. So we can say that resultant displacement is a cos omega t plus theta, where a is the amplitude of resultant wave, omega t plus theta is the phase of resultant wave, and theta is phase angle of resultant wave. Now we can find the value of a and theta. To find the a, we have to square the both equations and add. So it will give a square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta, that is equal to a1 plus a2 cos phi whole square plus a2 sin phi whole square. This implies that a square cos square theta plus sin square theta, it will be equal to, and on expanding it will give a1 square plus a2 square cos square phi plus 2a1 a2 cos phi plus a2 square sin square phi. By identity, cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, so we can write it a square is equal to a1 square plus a2 square. From these two terms, a2 square is taken common, so it will be written as cos square phi plus sin square phi plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. This implies that a square is equal to a1 square plus, again this is identity and its value is 1, so we can write it as a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. Hence this is the relation of the resultant amplitude of the resultant wave. Similarly, if we have to find the theta, so divide equation, say this is 1, this is 2, 2 by 1, we will have a sin theta by a cos theta equal to a2 sin phi by a1 plus a2 cos phi. This a get cancelled and sin theta by cos theta is tan theta, that will be equal to a2 sin phi by a1 plus a2 cos phi. So far we have taken two waves. One is given by y1 equal to a1 cos omega t and another is y2 equal to a2 cos omega t plus phi. And these two waves on superposition gives the resultant wave y, which is the y1 plus y2, and evaluated as a cos omega t plus theta. Here we have calculated that a square equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. a1 is amplitude of first wave, a2 is amplitude of second wave, phase of first wave is omega t and phase of second wave is omega t plus phi, and phase difference equal to delta phi, which is equal to omega, this is a phi 2 minus phi 1, and it is equal to omega t plus phi minus omega t, that is equal to phi. So this phi is the phase difference between the waves. Because intensity of a wave at a point is proportional to the square of amplitude. This implies that I is proportional to a square. So using this expression, we can find the relation in terms of intensity as a square equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos phi. This implies that this is I, this is the resultant intensity due to the resultant wave, equal to I1, this is the intensity due to first wave, plus I2 plus 2 root I1 into root I2 into cos phi. Therefore, intensity at a point due to the two waves after using the superposition principle is I equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos phi, where I1 is the intensity due to first wave, I2 is the intensity due to the second wave, and phi is the phase difference between these two waves. The intensity is maximum and it will be equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 root I2 into 1. And this value of cos phi equal to 1 refers that phi equal to 0 plus minus 2 pi plus minus 4 pi and so on, or in short we can write it as 2 pi n, where n is equal to 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 and so on. And it can be written as root I1 plus root I2 whole square. Similarly, intensity will be minimum and it will be equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 into root I2, and minimum value of cos phi, that is the minus 1. So it will be equal to root I1 minus root I2 whole square, and it happens when cos phi is equal to minus 1. This implies that phi is equal to plus minus pi plus minus 3 pi and so on. In short, we can write it as 2n plus 1 pi, where n is equal to 0 plus minus 1, plus minus 2, and so on. Now we take a special case in which the amplitude of the both waves are equal, and because amplitudes are equal, so their intensities will also be equal. So a special case is that A1 equal to A2. So waves are Y1 equal to A cos omega t and Y2 equal to A cos omega t plus phi. Here phase of the first wave is omega t, phase of the second wave is omega t plus phi, and phase difference is phi. So resultant wave after superposition gives the intensity I, that is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 root I2 into cos phi. Intensity of first wave is proportional to A square. Intensity of second wave is proportional to A square. So we can conclude that I1 equal to I2, and suppose this is I naught. So we have the intensity of the resultant wave will be I naught plus I naught plus 2 into root I naught cos phi. This equal to 2 I naught plus 2 I naught cos phi, and it is equal to 2 I naught. 2 I naught is taken common, remaining is 1 plus cos phi. Using the trigonometrical relation that 1 plus cos phi is 2 cos square phi by 2. So it is 2 I naught into 2 cos square phi by 2. Hence, resultant intensity after superposition of two waves will be 4 I naught cos square phi by 2. From this expression of the intensity of resultant wave, we can find that maximum possible intensity will be equal to 4 I naught when cos square phi by 2 has maximum value and it is equal to 1. This implies that cos phi by 2 equal to plus minus 1, and this value in terms of cos is n pi, where n is equal to 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, and so on. So it gives phi by 2 equal to n pi, or phi equal to 2n pi. Similarly, minimum intensity will be equal to 0 when cos square phi by 2 equal to 0. This implies that cos phi by 2 equal to 0, and this value will take place when cos is 2n plus 1 by 2 into pi, where n is equal to 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, and so on. So phi by 2 will be equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. This 2 get cancelled, so phi will be equal to 2n plus 1 pi. The sources may be two types. These are coherent sources or the incoherent sources. Two sources are said to be coherent if at a particular point the phase difference between the displacement produced by each of the wave does not change with time. If we consider that amplitude of the wave from the two sources are equal, then the intensity due to these sources will be equal and proportional to the square of amplitude, and intensity is given by I equal to 4 I naught cos square delta phi by 2, where I naught is the intensity due to individual wave and delta phi is the phase difference between the two waves. But if sources are incoherent, that is, two sources are said to be incoherent if at a particular point the phase difference between the displacement produced by each of the wave changes rapidly with time, so we will see a time average intensity distribution, and taking the average of the expression for intensity, it is average of intensity equal to average of 4 I naught cos square delta phi by 2. So it will be equal to 4 I naught into average of cos square delta phi by 2. And average of cos square of the angle is half. So it will be equal to 4 I naught into 1 by 2. So it is equal to 2 I naught. That means average intensity at a point due to the incoherent sources will be the sum of the intensity due to the individual source. Let's take some example.